Let's go Ravens. What if I told you everything is about to change? That after weeks of doubt, disappointment, and frustration, one dominant performance has flipped the entire AFC North race on its head, and nobody's talking about how it really happened. There's a deeper story behind this Ravens resurgence, and once you hear it, you'll never look at this team the same way again. But before we dive in, make sure you hit that like button if you're a true Ravens fan. It's always amazing to see fans of all ages supporting this team. And if you feel like it, comment, "Go Ravens," in the comments below so we know who's still riding with the flock no matter what. Now, buckle up, because what just happened in Cincinnati might be the spark that sets fire to the rest of the season. Let's dive into it. A 24-0 demolition of the Cincinnati Bengals. A statement, a message to the rest of the NFL that the Baltimore Ravens are not dead. They're not fading away. They're not just hanging on, they're surging. And for anyone counting this team out after starting the season 1-5, you've officially been silenced. This isn't a lucky bounce back. It's a full-blown fight for the division crown. Let's not gloss over what happened. The Ravens' shutout against Cincinnati wasn't just their most dominant performance of the season, it might have been the most complete football they've played all year. Offense, defense, execution, energy, it all came together. For once, this wasn't a tale of a fourth-quarter collapse, a blown lead, or a missed opportunity. This was a wire-to-wire domination that finally felt like the team fans were promised before the season began. Lamar Jackson wasn't just solid, he looked confident, he looked in control. And while some want to crown this performance as his return to MVP form, let's pump the brakes just a little. Yes, 66% completion rate, 2 touchdowns, and no major mistakes, his best game in weeks, but it came against the struggling Bengals defense. Still, this was the first time in 5 weeks Lamar wasn't even on the injury report. That matters. That's significant. It suggests he's getting healthier, more stable, and just in time for the most crucial stretch of the season. And then there's the defense. 10 quarterback hurries, multiple sacks. They were swarming Joe Burrow. Draymond Jones led the charge with 5 hurries alone. Mike Green and Davies Robinson both got to the quarterback. It was physical. It was relentless. It was what Ravens football is supposed to be. Now, to be clear, this is still statistically one of the bottom 5 edge rushing units in the league. One good game doesn't erase a season's worth of struggle. But what it does do is ignite hope. If they can replicate this pressure, this discipline, this energy, the AFC North better watch out. The playoff math? It's intense. Right now, the Ravens are second in the division with a 7-7 record, trailing the Steelers who own the tiebreaker. But here's the twist. Destiny is still in their hands. Win the final 3 games, you're in. No ifs, no maybes, no hoping for help. A win next Sunday against the Patriots bumps their division odds from 41% to 49%. Beat Green Bay the week after? That shoots up to 56%. Win all 3, including the season finale in Pittsburgh, and it's 100%. Guaranteed. Locked in. Nothing else matters. And how sweet would that be? To close out this roller coaster of a season by walking into Heinz Field and taking the crown from the Steelers in their own house? That's not just winning a division. That's revenge. That's redemption. That's Ravens football at its core. Now, let's talk about that Week 18 showdown because it's looming large. That game could very well be the decider. Steelers are currently favored at 59% to win the North, and they earned it fair and square by beating the Ravens last week. But there's still time to flip the script. This isn't about luck anymore. It's about execution. It's about momentum. And it's about whether this Ravens team can finally live up to their potential when it matters most. Let's keep going. This isn't just about one win. It's about what comes next, because the Ravens don't have any margin for error left. One slip, and the door slams shut. And here's where it gets real. Every game from here on out is essentially a playoff game. No more slow starts. No more mental lapses. No more missed tackles or blown assignments. If they want to be playing football in January, they have to treat every snap like the season depends on it, because it does. And it starts with New England. The Patriots aren't in playoff contention, but don't let that fool you. They're still dangerous. They're physical. They play disciplined football, and they know how to make games ugly. Baltimore has to be sharp. No taking plays off. No assuming they can just coast through this one. A win bumps their chances of taking the division to 49%. That's nearly a 10-point jump. You want momentum? You build it here. But the real tension lies in Week 18. That Ravens-Steelers finale has been brewing all season long. The first meeting went Pittsburgh's way. They executed better, plain and simple. They punched Baltimore in the mouth and walked out with the tiebreaker. But that was then. If the Ravens can stay hot, if they walk into Pittsburgh with everything on the line, that game could be one of the most iconic showdowns this rivalry has ever seen. Because it won't just be about bragging rights. It could be for the division, for playoff survival, maybe even for jobs in the front office or coaching staff. Speaking of coaching staff, John Harbaugh. He coached a great game against the Bengals, no doubt. The team looked motivated, locked in, and executed a well-rounded game plan. Credit where it's due. But did that one win save his job? Probably not. And honestly, that question might not even matter, because the reality is Harbaugh's seat has never been all that hot, regardless of how fans feel. His relationship with the front office, his track record, and the respect he commands in the building make him a hard coach to move on from, even after disappointing seasons. But fans have every right to keep questioning him if the team doesn't finish strong. Then there's Lamar Jackson. Let's have a real talk. He looked better. He looked healthier. He looked comfortable. But let's not fall into the trap of thinking one performance erases all the concerns. The injuries, the inconsistency, the passing struggles, they're still lingering. His 66% completion rate was his best in over a month, and the offense looked smooth after a shaky start, but we've seen these flashes before. The challenge now is doing it again, and again, and again. If this version of Lamar shows up the rest of the way, the Ravens can beat anyone. If he regresses, if the pressure starts getting to him again, they're in trouble. The same goes for the pass rush. They finally showed up. 10 quarterback hurries, multiple sacks, a visible impact on the game. But consistency has been the missing piece all year. We've heard the excuses, injuries, rotations, game scripts. None of that matters now. It's about production. If Draymond Jones and company can keep getting home, they'll give this secondary a real shot to thrive down the stretch. If not, we're back to shootouts and blown coverages. Here's something fans need to appreciate. This team still controls its own destiny. No help needed. No tiebreaker math. Just win. That's the beauty and the burden of where they stand. The Ravens have the talent. They have the stars. And now, they have momentum. But momentum is fragile. The difference between winning the North and missing the playoffs entirely is razor thin. It's going to take discipline, leadership, and belief in the locker room. Let's not forget, Baltimore ended the Bengals season. That's a psychological edge. They showed they can dominate a desperate team on the road. That matters. And that confidence needs to carry over into every remaining matchup. No more up and down identity crises. It's time to be the team fans believed in. And finally, the AFC North isn't just a race. It's a war zone. The Bengals are out. The Browns have been out. It's Baltimore versus Pittsburgh for the crown. Two historic franchises, two physical teams, two fan bases that live for this rivalry. And as crazy as this season has been, it's all lining up for an epic conclusion. But Baltimore has to earn it. They have to stay locked in, and they have to believe that this is their time. There's one more piece we need to talk about, and it could be the key to everything: mentality. What we saw in the win over the Bengals wasn't just better execution, it was a shift in mindset. The Ravens came out with urgency, with intensity, like a team that finally understood what was at stake. That kind of energy can't be a one-week thing. It has to be the new standard. These last 3 games are about more than football. They're about identity. Are the Ravens a team that collapses under pressure? Or are they a team that rises when the moment demands it? Veterans like Roquan Smith, Mark Andrews, and Ronnie Stanley need to be the heartbeat of this locker room. The younger guys, the rising playmakers, Zay Flowers, Isaiah Likely, Mike Green, they need to take this moment personally. This is how legacies are built. The AFC is wide open. The window is there. But windows close fast in this league. So tell me, Ravens fans, do you believe this team has what it takes to finish the job?